Curry, can you stop licking yourself? We're on camera. Hey everyone, welcome back to By Its Cover. I'm Leah, and today we are doing my September wrap-up. Happy October, happy start of fall. I'm so excited for cozy weather and just curl up with books and hot chocolate and crunchy leaves, and I love the weather right now, and wow, I just really love fall. Wow. I want to apologize for my kind of sporadic posting throughout the month of September. I did go on vacation, which definitely cut into my filming and editing time, but I also was just kind of in like not a reading slump, but a reviewing slump, filming slump, a cover review slump. I don't know. I wasn't super excited about any covers, and I wasn't itching to show any to you guys, so I've just been reading to try to find new ones. But to prove to you that I haven't been slacking reading, I have my wrap up for the month of September. I read 5 books this month, but some of them are pretty big books, so I'm proud of that number. Yeah, let's just get into it. So the first book I read in the month of September was Ever the Hunted by Erin Summerall. You might have already seen my cover review for this and therefore know my opinion on the book. Ever the Hunted is a medieval fantasy about a girl who is on a quest to get revenge for her father's murder, along with her childhood best friend who has been accused of the murder. So they are trying to prove his innocence and also kind of save the kingdom from a traitor along the way, from mutiny. I forget. So this wasn't my favorite book ever. If you've ever read the Defy series, it kind of felt like that, just different setting. Not the best prose, not the most interesting characters, but if you just need like an easy read, it does feel quite fall-like in the setting, so if that's what you're into, I'd recommend this book. So that was like the first week in September. And then I quickly realized that Tower of Dawn was about to arrive at my house, and a short 4 days after that I would be leaving for France on an 8-hour flight. And I was concerned about finishing it in the time before leaving, but didn't want to take it if I'd already started it, because then like you have less books to read on the plane. Do you know what I mean? Like you need all of a book for a vacation because like there's so much free time. Also, a close friend of mine is reading the Throne of Glass series for the first time, so he just completed Assassin's Blade after books 1 through 4 and has picked up Empire of Storms. So to refresh my memory for all his commentary, but also to refresh my own memory before I read Tower of Dawn, I reread Empire of Storms. It really started out as a just, hey, I need to remember what happened to Kale and why he's going to the southern continent, but like it's a big book and I just kind of kept reading and then I read it all. But yes, still such a good book. Top 2 of my Throne of Glass series ranking for sure, and it was great to do right before the next book again. And obviously, if you haven't guessed, next I read Tower of Dawn by Sarah J. Maas. I have a lot of opinions about this book. Love Sarah J. Maas. I love her writing. I still love this book, but there are some things about it that I can't discuss without spoilers in this video, so I'm gonna make a book talk about that sometime in the future, probably, so we'll discuss it later. But like, if you read Sarah J. Maas, you should read Tower of Dawn, obviously. That book actually lasted me all of vacation. There was a lot of in-flight movies that I got sucked into just to try to fall asleep to, which I could not for the life of me. 8-hour flights suck. But as soon as I got back, I read Grave Mercy by Robin Lefevers. It's French probably, which is the first book in the His Fair Assassin trilogy. I was super intrigued by this book because the summary is basically a convent that trains girls to be assassins and then sends them out on missions, which is like awesome. And based on the cover, I was getting the vibes for this whole medieval setting. The funny part was, based on the cover, I thought it was more, you know, UK setting, Ireland, maybe Nordic, something like that. It's actually set in France, but also the tiny country that used to be part of France called Brittany. And having just got back from France, I just thought it was hilarious that I didn't know that. So this is a historical fiction, but it actually uses a lot of information from actual history. Brittany was a real country. Many of the characters are based off real people. Obviously the assassins part is not, but like many of the deaths are accurate. So this book follows a girl who was rescued from her abusive home and sent to the convent to train for these assassins and be sent out into the land of Brittany's high society and politics to look for betrayers of their duchess. It's very strongly based around the whole political court maneuverings and all that backstabbery. It's still very high action pace, and I really like the blend of those two. If you like female killers in Renaissance French time period, you should probably pick this up. And just last night / half an hour ago, I finished Dark Triumph by Robin Lefevre's again, which is book 2 in the His Fair Assassins trilogy. Now you're probably really confused as to why these covers have 2 different girls on them and look very different, and that's actually because this is a different protagonist. There's 3 books in the series. We meet the main characters of each one in the first book. They are all friends, and then they all get split up on separate missions. So each book is about their specific missions, but in chronological order. Like, they're not all happening simultaneously. They overlap and meet back up with each other and like check back in, and you'll see them all. So that was like super interesting because I liked the dynamic of the 3 girls when they were friends together in the convent, and then they were split up so fast, and I was really upset we never got to see more of their characters. And then I opened this book and started reading and realized it was a different character, and I got really excited. Book 2 was from the point of view of the character I was most interested in learning more about. She was very twisted and mysterious and wild a bit. It's 3 years after they all meet, so she's obviously changed, but she's much more tame again, and the narrative just sounds almost exactly like that of the character in the first book instead of sounding like a new person. I really wanted to explore all the like inner workings of her mind, and you do, but it just doesn't sound quite like you expected. So that is it. That is what I read in the month of September. Obviously I'm going to read book 3 of His Fair Assassins next. After that I have no real concrete plans, so maybe you'll see me at the end of next month with a wrap up. Who knows? Thank you so much for watching. Hit like and subscribe down below if you haven't already. Hit like if you like my cat. I'll be coming at you with more cover reviews soon and some book talks. See you guys in the next chapter.